My parents warned me they'd disown me if I didn't clear my sister's debts. I called their bluff and cut all ties. I'm a 30-year-old man, financially independent since 18. Growing up, my parents always put my younger sister first. She was their perfect child, untouchable no matter what she did. I, on the other hand, was held to a higher standard, expected to work tirelessly and sacrifice for the family's sake. As a kid, I thought this was normal family dynamics. But as I matured, I saw how unhealthy and unjust their demands were. The situation reached a breaking point 6 months ago when my mom called me. Her conversation started with casual chatter, which was rare. She only reached out when she wanted something. I steeled myself, sensing trouble was brewing. "Your sister's in a mess," she said, her voice thick with concern. I exhaled heavily. "What kind of mess?" "She's piled up some serious debt," my mom confessed. "How much?" I asked, already fearing the response. $40,000, she replied, as if it were trivial. "She got mixed up with some dangerous people, and now they're after her. You need to step up and help." I was floored. Why is this my responsibility? She's an adult. She made her choices. "She's your sister," my mom shot back, her tone turning sharp. "Family supports each other. You've done so well and she's struggling. You owe her this." I inhaled deeply, keeping my composure. "I've earned everything I have through hard work. I'm not fixing her mistakes." My mom wouldn't budge. "You don't understand how tough it's been for her. She's not like you. If you don't help, those people will come for her. Can you live with that?" This wasn't the first time they'd guilted me into cleaning up my sister's chaos. When she flunked out of college, they pushed me to cover her tuition loans. When she wrecked her car, they expected me to buy her a new one. Each time I'd set boundaries, but this was a new extreme. "What does Dad think?" I asked. "He's with me," she said quickly. "We both believe it's your duty to help. After everything we've done for you." That pushed me over the edge. "Everything you've done?" I repeated, stunned. "You mean making me pay for my own education, charging me rent the moment I turned 18, and always prioritizing her over me? Is that what you're talking about?" My mom went quiet, then said icily, "If you refuse, we'll have no choice but to cut you off." I let out a bitter chuckle. "Cut me off? From what? I haven't depended on you for years." "You're missing the point," she snapped. "We'll disown you. No family events, no holidays, nothing. Is that what you want?" "You're forgetting something," I said calmly. "I've been independent for years. You're threatening me with something I don't even care about anymore." Before she could reply, I ended the call. I knew there'd be consequences, but I was done being their doormat. It was time to prioritize myself. The next few weeks were intense. My parents and sister tried every trick in the book. First came the guilt trips. How can you abandon your family? Then came the insults. You're cold, selfish, and ungrateful. Finally, they spread lies to our extended family, portraying me as the heartless one who refused to save his struggling sister. It didn't sting as much as they expected. In fact, I found relief in knowing they couldn't control me anymore. But things took a darker turn when my sister decided to act on her own. One day, my bank called me. Someone had attempted to access my accounts with forged paperwork. My stomach dropped as the banker explained the attempt had been flagged as suspicious and they needed my confirmation. "Any idea who might be behind this?" the banker asked. I didn't need to guess. "Yes," I said, furious. "I know exactly who it was. I confronted my sister that same day, showing up at her place unannounced. "You tried to steal from me?" I demanded. Her eyes widened, but she quickly played the victim. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Stop lying," I snapped. "The bank caught your attempt. Do you realize how illegal that is?" She folded her arms, pouting like a child. "You left me no choice. If you'd just helped me, I wouldn't have had to do it." Her audacity was staggering. "Do you even hear yourself?" I said. "You created this mess, and now you expect me to fix it?" "Take responsibility for once." She glared at me, then said something that made my blood boil. "Mom and Dad said you'd never let me suffer. They told me you'd give in if I pushed hard enough. It was clear my parents were fueling her behavior. They'd always indulged her, and now they were complicit in her attempt to rob me." I left her apartment without another word, my determination to cut them all off growing stronger. The final straw came a week later when my parents showed up at my doorstep, unannounced. I opened the door to find my mom glaring and my dad standing quietly behind her. "This has gone too far," my mom said, barging into my home. "We need to talk." Leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "I think we've said all there is to say." "No," she snapped. "You need to stop this selfishness and step up for your family. She's your sister, and you owe her." "I owe her nothing," I said firmly. "And you need to stop enabling her. She's an adult who needs to face her consequences." My dad, silent until now, spoke up. "You're being unreasonable. Do you think we enjoy asking you for help? This is about family loyalty." "No," I said, my voice rising. "This is about you always putting her first, no matter how much she messes up. It's about you treating me like a bank while she gets away with everything. I'm done." My mom's face flushed with anger. "Fine," she spat. "If you want to act like this, don't expect us to be there when you need us." "I've never needed you," I replied coldly. "And after this, I never will." I opened the door and gestured for them to leave. "Get out." They left, but not without a final jab. My mom turned back and said, "You'll regret this. Family is everything, and you're throwing it away." "Family doesn't treat you like this," I said quietly, closing the door in her face. In the weeks that followed, I blocked their numbers and severed all contact. I explained the situation to mutual friends and relatives, sharing evidence of my sister's attempted fraud. Most were supportive, but some urged me to reconcile for the sake of family. One relative even said, "They're your parents. You can't just cut them off." "Watch me," I replied. I wasn't going to let guilt or societal pressure pull me back into their toxic cycle. My sister, predictably, spiraled further. Without my financial help, she had to face her creditors alone. Word got around that she sold her car and moved out of her apartment. My parents kept bad-mouthing me, but their lies lost traction once people heard the full story. Months later, I felt a peace I hadn't known in years. Cutting off my parents and sister was the toughest choice I'd ever made, but it was also the most freeing. I was no longer burdened by their endless demands or manipulative games. I could focus on my life, my career, and my future. But just when I thought the drama was over, my parents made one last desperate move. I received a letter from a lawyer claiming they were exploring legal action against me, arguing I had a moral duty to support the family and pay my sister's debts. It was absurd, but it showed how far they'd go to exploit me. I sent the letter to my attorney, who laughed it off. "Let them try," he said. "They'll humiliate themselves in court." As expected, their threat went nowhere, but it reminded me of their toxicity and solidified my choice to go no contact. They'd burned every bridge and there was no turning back. As for my sister, I later learned she had to file for bankruptcy. Her entitled mindset and refusal to take accountability finally caught up with her. My parents, who'd enabled her for years, were left to deal with the consequences. I felt no sympathy. They'd made their choices, and now they were facing the results. In the end, I realized family isn't about blood. It's about those who genuinely care for you and treat you with respect. My parents and sister never did, and cutting them out was the best decision I could have made. If you've ever faced toxic family members, you know how hard it is to walk away. But believe me, it's worth it. Don't let guilt trap you in a cycle of manipulation. And if you found this story of standing firm satisfying, hit that subscribe button. Life's too short to let entitled people take advantage of you. Stay tuned for more stories of holding your ground. Thank you for watching Story. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real-life stories.